Hey guys, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints, and today we're going to be making this Shabby Botanist journal kit. This is a kit in our Etsy shop. It's a really good kit for beginners. There's no sewing involved, and it's a complete kit, so it comes with everything you need to kind of make what you see here. So we're going to go ahead and print and cut this out and get started putting it together. To start with, I've printed everything on cardstock, and I've cut everything out, and what we're going to begin with is assembling the pages. So the pages in this print on cardstock as well, and they only print one-sided, so they're white on the back. And what we're going to do is just fold them in half. And to start with, I went ahead and just rounded the corners, and I did that using a corner rounding punch, and I just cut them. And I only did that because I like the look of it. You don't have to do that with yours if you don't want to. So to begin with, we're just going to fold these pages in half, just like this, and I'm going to use my bone folder to crease it. And if you're wondering about any of the supplies we use, there's a link down below to our Amazon influencer shop, and you should be able to find the supplies there. And we're going to continue to just fold and crease all of the pages, just like this, and get a good crease there because we want them to be nicely creased for this project. Okay, and then once all of our pages are creased, we're going to glue them together, and that's the way that this book will be bound. It's going to just be glued together. And you want to make sure that your pages are right side up if they have an orientation. You don't want them upside down. And you want to kind of decide what order you want them in, so like which page do you want to be first in your book. And you can just kind of look through and put them in the order that you want. And once you have them, then we'll start gluing them together. And again, just make sure that they're right side up before you start gluing. And what we're going to do is just apply glue and kind of sandwich them together. And I like to use Fabri-Tac glue because it's not water-based, so it won't wrinkle the paper. What you use is up to you. It doesn't really matter, but if you don't want wrinkles, you may want to use a non-water-based glue. If you have some white showing when you're finished, you can always use a little bit of distress ink to cover the edges if you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and maybe leave this or trim it if I need to. And then we're going to just continue that for all of the pages. Again, make sure they're right side up, and then we're just going to glue them all together. Okay, so now I've got my pages all glued together here, you can see. And what we're going to do is do the cover next. And for the cover, it comes with this spine piece to cover the spine. And we're going to put that on first. And I've made it so that, you know, you can fold it as big or small as you need to. Like if your cardstock's a little thicker or thinner than what I'm using, you may need to adjust it. So just go ahead and put it on there in the way that works best. You don't necessarily have to fold it exactly on the fold line. So what I'm going to do is just kind of figure out what works best. And actually, I think those fold lines for this one are about right. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. But again, you may need to adjust it depending on the thickness of your spine. Okay. And this glues on before the covers, because we're going to hide this with the covers once we glue it on. And then again, make sure your book is right side up. You don't want to accidentally put your covers on upside down. And you can choose which image you want for your front cover. We have a bee and a butterfly. I think, ooh, it's tough. I think I'm gonna go with the butterfly for the front cover. And you can see this corner needs to be straight to match the edge of your book, but this corner I've rounded So I'm gonna go ahead and round that corner with my punch so that it will match up. Just like that. And then we can glue it on. And now is a good time if you want to add a closure for your journal. Let me go grab some lace really quickly. Okay, so if you want your journal to have a closure of like lace or ribbon, you can hide that underneath the covers, just like this, and then wrap it around and hide it under the back cover as well. And then you'll have a tie here that you can tie together. So let me just show you really quickly what I mean. In fact, maybe I'll put one on. I'm trying to decide if I'll need one. I probably will. By the time this is done, it might get kind of big, but I'm going to risk it and not put it on mine, but I'll show you how to do it. So you just wrap it around the spine and wrap it around the back, and it'll get hidden by this back cover. And then you'll have these two pieces that you can tie together. So if your book starts getting really big and getting that alligator mouth, you can tie it closed if you need to. So anyway, that's just something you can do before you glue the covers on if you want to. I'm not going to, I'll probably regret it, but I'm going to risk it. So let's glue this front cover on. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our back cover. And again, two sides need to be straight, and then these two need to be curved if you've done that. And if for some reason you mess up and you cut the wrong edge, you can always reprint it and do it again. In fact, I did that on one when I was preparing for this. I cut all the corners so that they were all rounded, and I thought, you know, I might be able to reuse that piece, so I saved it, but there it is. So I made a mistake, but I might still be able to use this. There we go. And again, if you have some white edges showing, you can ink those if you want to. I'm just going to leave mine for now. Okay, and now we can start decorating our pages. And this kit comes with a variety of pockets and ephemera that you can use to decorate. So I'm going to just kind of go through and do that, and you can follow along and sort of watch what I'm doing. One thing I want to start with is this piece. It comes with this kind of file folder pocket, and then it has other ones that can be layered on top of it. So I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so to start with, we'll glue this back pocket down, and what you want to do is leave the top of your pocket open and just glue the sides and the bottom. And if you want it to be like a tuck spot, you can just glue like one side and the bottom, and then, you know, leave it open on one side. But I'm going to glue all the sides down. There's no like right or wrong way necessarily for these. You can kind of decide how you want to use them. They're just here for you to use creatively. All right, and then you can see that this larger piece and then the smaller one and the smallest one will layer on top of here. And again, we're just going to glue the sides and bottom and make it into a pocket. And try to stay as close as you can to the edge. That'll give you maximum room in your pocket. And try not to slide it around a lot. Try to align it before you glue it down, because sliding it will distribute that glue and make your pocket kind of smaller. And again, just the sides and the bottom. And now you can kind of see that it will be a layered pocket. It gives it kind of just a fun layering effect. I'm gonna let it dry before I fill it, and we'll just continue to add pockets and decorate, and you can follow along. Now, as you get towards the back, the pages will try to pull away a little bit. That just happens. So don't be alarmed if it kind of, you can see right here where it pulls just a little bit. Okay, so we're about finished. We've added our pockets and filled them. And now we have these page tabs. And you can add these if you want to, you don't have to. You can add them to the top or the side. It's up to you. Just be careful when you're adding them that you don't accidentally cover up something. You know, since we've decorated our pages, we don't maybe want to, you know, cover up our butterfly or whatever pieces that we've put in here. So just be aware of that as you're adding your tabs to your page. Okay, so we are done with our Shabby Botanist file folio. Let's go ahead and do a little flip through. Okay, and keep in mind there are lots of possibilities with this. You don't have to do it exactly as I did. You can add your own touches. You can add lace and ribbons and cheesecloth, and you can add dimension. You can print these things as much as you want to if you want to layer them. So just use your imagination, make it your own, and just have lots of fun with this. I hope you guys will follow us on YouTube, subscribe down below, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook as well. We have lots of fun craft projects and challenges and freebies in our Facebook group, and all the links will be down below in the video description. So thanks for following along, and we'll see you guys next time.